Today is not the day, but tomorrow is the day that Total War Rome Remastered is released to the general public, and I'm very excited, as I've said in my previous videos, and I'm just doing a quick video today to talk about the campaigns that I'm most excited to play, and I'm definitely going to do a video about. So on that note, let's go Wanderers. So the way I'm formatting this video, the first campaign is the one I most want to play, and after that is less so. The first one is the Brutus Campaign. So why is this at number 1? Well, it simply comes down to nostalgia. When I was very young, when I first bought the game, the Brutus Campaign was the first campaign I played. And so when I get the remaster, naturally this has to be the first campaign I play as well. Now, what do I get nostalgic about? It's really silly things, actually. It's like the generals and stuff. So I remember all the generals like Brutus, the faction leader that always dies after like 2 turns, the amazing governor guy, and the guy you always just take the air and give it to Brutus. And I remember also really silly things like the Samnite mercenaries you get from the Tarentum region that I'd always take and move them over to Apollonia with my main army to take it. So it's just like the opening moves I get really nostalgic about. And I also, when I got better, I learned a little tactic where after I take Apollonia and establish myself in the Greek theatre, I go back and take Sicily. Because by taking that one Carthage town in Sicily, the Scipii AI couldn't do anything. They couldn't react. Now, I know in the remaster they probably will react, but what was funny in the original was they couldn't react, so you had the whole of Carthage to your taking and the whole of Greece. So I just made a huge naval Brutii empire, and it was really great. It was really amazing. But naturally in the remaster, I hope the AI is not as bad as that. But, you know, maybe I will miss it once they have improved it. Anyway, that's why I'm excited for the Brutus campaign.
We Brutii are the only true Romans.
So that's the first campaign I want to play. The next campaign I want to play is the Alexander campaign. Now, you remember my video where I gave 5 reasons why I'm excited for Total War Rome Remastered, and the number 1 reason was the entire Alexander expansion. So it's not surprising that this is at number 2. The Alexander campaign, I really enjoy it because you have to keep the mobility going, you have to keep the momentum going. That's the word I was looking for, the momentum. And managing that is really key to it because it's a rush campaign. And I just enjoy that aspect of it. And Alexander's army is really fun to play with. You've got some great cavalry units, you've got some great auxiliary units, and the phalanx is just awesome. I go into a lot more depth in my other video about why I enjoy the Alexander expansion so much, but that's essentially why I'm excited for the campaign. The next campaign I'm excited for is the Parthian campaign. Now, the reason why I want to play the Parthia campaign comes down to 2 reasons. The first reason is probably because in my Medieval 2 stainless steel campaign, I've been playing as the Khwarezmian Empire, and yeah, that sort of put me in a whole like Persia feeling of like I want to play a Persian Empire-esque feeling. You know, you always get those. So yeah, that's the first part. But the second reason is, out of all like the Eastern factions, I like their roster the most. I like the horse archers, I like the heavy cavalry, I like the elephants they have. And yes, some nations have very similar like rosters to them. Even people would say better, like the Armenians. At least you have some heavy infantry there, and the Pontus, you got some nice chariots. But those don't really interest me as much. I prefer to have those 3 things I mentioned before: horse archers, heavy cavalry, and elephants. And Parthia is pretty much the only nation where you get all 3 of those, and it's a Persian Empire. That's why I want to play them.
They do not understand the desert.
The next campaign I want to play, as I said before in my other video, is the Romano-British campaign. Now, I've quickly thrown on a mod just to show you what it will look like. It won't look like this. I've seen what the remaster looked like. It doesn't look like this, but you get the idea. And the reason why I'm excited for this campaign is just because it's the campaign we've never been able to play. In the Barbarian Invasion, the original Barbarian Invasion, it's an emergent faction, and you can't select them on faction screen without mods. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm excited for it. I am also quite excited for their position, especially with the remaster, because now the Saxons should invade from the sea. You know what the original games were like from sea invasions. They were just, you know, naval invasions. The AI was just terrible with them. So I'm really excited to see what the remaster's done for naval invasions. That's why I'm excited for this campaign. Now, the last campaign I'm excited for is, I don't know which campaign I'll play after these 4. I'm really hoping that you guys can give me some suggestions. What campaigns would you like to see me play? Put it in the comments and we'll see what I decide on playing after these 4 great campaigns. I'm just so excited to play the game. You know, I can't wait for tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and like I said, post a campaign in the comments that you would like to see me play. Apart from that, see you on out, Wanderers.